everyone, this is Tanya from Flying Dog Studio. This is part 3 in a little mini series on how I create realistic hair for portraits. And the last two videos, if you haven't watched those, please go back and do so. In the last two videos, I showed you how I got started. And when we left off in the last video, I was right here and I had just put the second layer, I was putting the second layer of shading on the hair. As you can see, I have come back and I have pulled out the highlights in the hair. Now I'm going to toggle up here and turn off that shading so you can see this is my contour line. When I'm drawing a piece, I like to add in the contour lines where I'm going to have highlights in the hair. Then turn that off and back on, and that is the shading. And as you can see, it matches up with those highlights. So again, I like to use the Peppermint pencil brush for shading, and I like to set my eraser up for the Peppermint pencil as well. So if you're using Procreate, that's what you're gonna do. If you're using another app, choose a pencil that is a soft B lead. That would be equivalent to a soft B lead. And then turn that opacity back to about 50% on your eraser. Whether you are using Procreate or you're using another app, turn that back to about 50%. Now you can see over here where I've started to pull out the highlights on the hair. And what I'm going to do is come back in, I'll take a look at my reference piece, then come back over here to this one. Now that I've pulled out some highlights, I can come back in with my pencil and I can add those super dark areas between the hairs. And what that's going to do is really accentuate those light areas, and it's going to bring out individual hairs in the piece. Does this take a long time? Yes, it does, but it's worth it in the end. And there are probably quicker ways to do it, but for me, this is the closest to traditional art I have found. And since I can no longer do traditional art due to my arthritis, then this is what I choose to do. So as you can see on this piece, on this side, we have a more finished look as they come across. This is like midway. I haven't added all the lights and darks, but it's farther along than what we have over here. So those are the stages of drawing hair and shading it in. Thanks so much for watching.